Yo, we lost another one. RP Takeoff, man. As you know, Takeoff from the Migos, the third member, the quietest member, one of the coolest members, the one that smile, the one that has a different energy of just calm and collective, lost his life in Houston over a dice game. Now rest in peace, Rude Boy and some other people that lost their life in dice games that I know or that I met personally. It's a shame that when you hear about dice games and gambling spots, when I was younger, the government used to try to shut down the gambling spots. Now I heard there's gambling spots and stuff, but some is illegal. So I don't get it because I'm not a gambler. But it's a shame that a thing that's supposed to bring us together as a community, sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. It leads us to violence. At least it has savages go out there, and what you teaching the youth, you teaching the youth that you must run around and go to a dice game protected to what? To catch a jukes? To what? To do what? It's alleged that Takeoff got killed by friendly fire. That's alleged. Apparently Quavo was down and somebody bucked up on him, and he bucked up on somebody because he was down, and things got a little spicy and people were together and all this extra stuff, and this is what we doing. Another man that's about to go to jail and another man dead. I've been to dice games when I was a kid and I seen people laugh and people lose and they go home. People got punched in the head before. People fight. You gonna fight, but this losing your life over stuff like that, what they gonna do? Ban dice games next? I mean, of course, in Harlem in the street where people do it, the police come and take all the money, take the dice. I seen these things. I seen police shut these things down. Why must we give them more reasons to shut down a game that bring us together? Now you're gonna say, Flip, you sound crazy. I know I sound crazy, but we lost another guy, or we lost somebody in hip hop, somebody who had a kind spirit. Why must we give them a reason to take something else from us? Of course they break it down as illegal, gambling, whatever, they stop it, but still, there's always a savage, there's always that one, there's always that group of people that come in there with these intentions. Why must we run around like, at the end of the day, being how I am and being who I am, I run how I run. But once I got older and watched how the youth and realized that we're not teaching the youth anything, that we are helping the youth keep going on their lines, that going down the certain lines, that a lot of the big homies is now 16, 17 years old. A lot of the old dudes don't have no influence. I realized that because we're not carrying ourselves to be respected. I realized that because we think it's okay to go to these things with pistols on us and not just take our L's and walk because we can make it back. 1, 4, 5, 6 can make it back. Or because we're not mature enough because of PTSD or because this imagery of how the hood should be, we not mature enough to just walk away. We have the urge of gambling because it was embedded in our system. We have the urge to keep going because it was embedded in our system. These days, the big homies is 16 and 17, and I can see why, because the people that they look up to was doing stuff like that. I'm going to ask this question, and a lot of you may say I'm stupid. Why bring a pistol to a dice game in the first place? Why? To prevent or to protect us from the boys that's going to do a jukes? Why does everybody bring, like, of course it was outside. I get it. I'm just saying, like why? They killed homie, bro. They got his body laid out. It's a video with Quavo over his body. It's been some time where I would do things without integrity, by like putting a video up, let me keep it real, of him on the floor, Quavo over him and all that stuff. I used to think like that. But then I realized that I was producing the same ignorance and hate because people looked up to me and there's things to do. He has a family. He has children. He's a brother. He's a son. He's an uncle. They don't want to see that. We got to do better. Because there's some kids out there right now that's going to see this and feel like, bet, we going to ante up. It's unfortunate that this man lost his life. You ever just heard some news that just make you sad? That just make you sad, like Takeoff? Huh? The friendliest one? The coolest one? Like what we talking about? What, the good die young? Is that really what we putting out here in the streets? Only the good die young? What we talking about? And he wasn't even playing. It was his man. I'm going to post the screenshots of the story on the internet for y'all, but it was his man, bro. It wasn't him playing. It was his man. We out here making these games non-friendly, and don't say I'm not from the streets. Don't say I don't want to be from the streets no more. I don't want to glorify my past or who I was. I don't want to do that. Because I'm watching my son and I'm watching them and his friends, not my son, but his friends or people that he was around want to live up to a lifestyle because they watch these, they want to be juke boys. They want to be people that come in and take the whole bank. They want to do that. I watch that. And I realized that sometimes we influence it by highlighting it and showing them that it's okay. We influence it by saying, yo, man, when I was at a dice game, man, the streets got to eat. The streets is hungry. But this is not one of those situations. Let me say this. I know people die at dice games. I know it. I'm not going to act oblivious or dumb. I'm not going to do it. But we got to change the narrative. We got to let the dope boys, or not the dope boys, or the jukes boys or whomever know that we come in here to just make money and have fun with each other as peers. We got to change the narrative of this. Because this curse over these dice games going to keep going around forever and ever until they start enforcing some law. Now, I'm kind of disoriented because of what happened, but you get what I'm saying. Rest in peace, Takeoff.